Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. Welcome to नोट स्पोर्ट. स्टूडेंट्स, आज की इस वीडियो में हम चैप्टर नंबर 10 थर्मल फिज़िक्स, जो कि आपकी फ़िज़िक्स की बुक का फर्स्ट चैप्टर है क्लास 10th का, उसके शॉर्ट क्वेश्चंस अटेम्प्ट करेंगे और साथ में उसके कंस्ट्रक्टेड रिस्पॉन्स क्वेश्चंस करेंगे. चैप्टर नंबर 10 थर्मल फिज़िक्स. शॉर्ट क्वेश्चंस. Short question number 1 is, what factors influence the thermal expansion of solids? The answer is, thermal expansion of solids depends on, first one is the type of material, second is the change in temperature. Short question number 2 is, what is latent heat of fusion? Answer, latent heat of fusion is the amount of heat required to change 1 kg of a solid into a liquid at its melting point without changing its temperature. Now question number 3 is, how do different materials exhibit varying thermal expansion behaviors? The answer is, different materials expand by different amounts when heated because they have different coefficients of thermal expansion. Metals usually expand more than glass and wood. Question number 4. How does evaporation contribute to cooling processes in everyday life? During evaporation, a liquid absorbs heat from its surroundings. This removes heat and produces a cooling effect such as sweating, cooling or body. Question number 5. What is latent heat of vaporization and how is it calculated? The answer is, latent heat of vaporization is the heat required to change 1 kg of a liquid into vapor at its boiling point without changing its temperature. It is calculated by Q is equals to mLV, where Q denotes heat, M denotes mass and LV is latent heat of vaporization. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, यहाँ पे हमने शॉर्ट क्वेश्चंस कर ली हैं अपने चैप्टर नंबर 1 फिजिक्स के. नाउ वी हैव टू डू कंस्ट्रक्टेड रिस्पॉन्स क्वेश्चंस ऑफ चैप्टर नंबर 1 क्लास 10th फिजिक्स. क्वेश्चन नंबर 1. Why do bridges need expansion joints but glass jars with metal lids do not? The answer is, bridges are very long, so they expand and contract a lot with temperature changes. Expansion joints prevent them from cracking. Glass jars are small, so their expansion is very little and no expansion joints are needed. Question number 2. If one liquid heats up faster than another under the same conditions, why does this indicate about its specific heat capacity? The answer is, it means the liquid has a lower specific heat capacity because it needs less heat to increase its temperature. Question number 3. Why does a liquid evaporate faster when the air is dry? The answer is, dry air contains less water vapor, so more liquid molecules can escape into the air. Therefore, evaporation occurs faster. Question number 4. When a piece of ice melts, the temperature does not increase even though heat is supplied. Where does the energy go? Why is this important? The answer is, The supplied heat is used to change ice into water by breaking the bonds between molecules. This heat is called latent heat of fusion. So the temperature remains constant during melting. Question number 5. Why do electric transmission wires sag in summer and tighten in winter? Answer. In summer, wires expand due to heat and become loose, so they sag. In winter, they contract due to cold and become tighter. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, ये हमने चैप्टर नंबर 1 फिज़िक्स के क्लास 10th के शॉर्ट क्वेश्चंस और कंस्ट्रक्टिव रिस्पॉन्स क्वेश्चंस कर लिए हैं. इसी तरह से 1 by 1 फिज़िक्स के क्लास 10th के चैप्टर 2, 3 और ऑनवर्ड आपको सब क्वेश्चंस मिल जाएंगे. सो प्लीज़ लाइक द वीडियो एंड सब्सक्राइब द चैनल. थैंक यू.